Welcome to another episode of the Last of the Real podcast. And tonight we'll be having an extended invitation to anyone that wants to join and voice their opinion and leave their 2 cents on the matters at hand. Tonight we have our usual guests, usual friends. We have Jeremy, you look at people them.
I would appreciate you call me GRP.
JR, right, my boss. JRP. Who else is in the house?
And of course, the one and only Sir Snipe.
Yes. And Raeon might be joining us later, and Travi missing in action. But yes, people, we want to kick it off. And with tonight, we want to ask the question to everyone that's joining. Is happiness a myth? Or is it controlled by money? And if so, is money everything?
Okay, Brian. So we have our first guest on panel, Chris. Chris, welcome to the podcast again. How are you?
Oh, Jermaine, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure. I'm good. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing big. So, Chris, tell me what's your opinion on happiness? Is it a myth or money is everything?
It's a very interesting that you asked, Jermaine, because all of us have been through difficult times. I myself have been through very, very difficult times in the past. I think happiness is a state of mind. It's very difficult to achieve it outside of it. In the mind, if you're upset or you're frustrated, you can never be happy in your life, even if you're surrounded with money, right? You need to feel that happiness, and that can only come from your within. But having said that, I've also read this somewhere that it's better to cry in a Mercedes than crying on a bicycle. So money obviously is very, very important to fulfill your life, to see you moving somewhere. We all have desires, right? We are humans at the end of the day. Money is very important, but the minute you take it as your everything, I think that's where the rat race happens. That's where the mind starts to go haywire. And once you're in that rat race, I don't think you can be really happy, Jermaine. That is what I feel.
So I guess money do play some part to happiness as well.
Of course. Like I have a child, I would want my child to go to a good school, right? Like I don't want my struggles to be enforced on my child. So if I have to put my child to school, I want money.
I totally agree.
Go for a trip. I have to take my child to Disneyland or whatever. I need money. Money is important, but it's not everything in my life.
Okay, totally agree.
Yeah, but Snipe, what do you think? You think happiness is a myth?
I wouldn't go as far as to say happiness is a myth, but I don't consider happiness to be natural based on from a psychological point of view, no. Because essentially when it comes down to it, man in itself generally comes down to survival, reproduction. So the whole essence of being happy, no, this is more something that over time we as humans would have put in. It's a goal or target then. It's not something that comes natural. Something we build to put it's a goal then.
Okay, so you say it's something that you attain, something that you achieve.
Right. Because at the end of the day, as I said, it's not something that comes naturally. Because happiness is very short term or immediate. In the sense that, all right, for example, you go Devon House, you buy your ice cream. In that moment at Devon House, you can say you're happy. Enjoy your ice cream, enjoy the feeling and whatever. But by the time you're done that, you go back in a year space, you're back to reality. You no longer feel like joy and happiness anymore. So, in essence, happiness is not something where we just becomes natural. So
it's a state of mind.
Right. Hence, if our money just say that have a major link. Because life has been set up where, long and short of it, everything we need to do needs money.
Yeah,
so the more we have access to money, the more chances are we're going to be happy. But at the same time, I said, even the rich man is still not happy. There are always a problem. Hence, come back why happiness is just a moment. I'd more to go and say let's not focus on happiness, but focus on being content.
Right. Yes, Snipe.
Right.
I fully agree with you. If you are
Don't focus.
content, you're happy with whatever you have.
There you go.
You're not constantly trying to ascertain something or achieve something. Because if let's say you're content with, a 1 bedroom, if you now get a 2 bedroom, you're content with that 2 bedroom. But if you're not content and you're seeking happiness, if you have the 1 bedroom, you're gonna want to reach two. And if you reach two, perhaps you're gonna want to reach three. And that state of happiness there might constantly influx, it might constantly change. So yeah, I agree with you, sir. I understand what you're saying. And like you mentioned, yeah.
I remember somebody said something a long time ago, and they say that happiness is counterproductive. And I never really think about it until not too long ago. And I get what they're saying in saying that happiness is counterproductive because if you're happy, you're in a state of mind where you don't really want to move from, you reach your happiness. So that mindset to go further or do more, it's not going to be there. You're not going to have that job because you're happy. So at that time, I never really know what the person means. I never think about it hard enough. But I get what they're going to say, happiness. And in some sense, so being content. Because if you're content with a 1 bedroom, you will never move forward to get a bigger house, you ever need the family and all that thing there.
But let me ask you something else, Snipe. What is wrong with being, in that state of happiness where you don't have that drive to go get more? Are you content? What is wrong with being content?
All right, all right. All right. What this would bring me to is that happiness is subjective, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Each man, based on what he likes, look for experience, he can determine what he's happy, what makes him happy. Because what we might find happy, you might not find happy. And this also comes from society dictation and how society grows. Society set a limit as to what life is, what life work is. Example, a man, he might work a job where I get this called a handsome, but I'm just I get just above handsome. So every month he just save a little money. But essentially a handsome money. Now for him being content and happy there, him not pushing himself to go get no more degree, higher education or bigger job. He's good there so. While his family, friends, they say, yo, you need to do better, you need to go get a higher education, you need to go do that and that. So I'm saying that to say that society plays a part in what happiness can be and what you see happiness as.
But hold on. Why is it that society should dictate how me and you live our life? What if you happy with $1 million and me happy with $500,000? Right? Why should society then push it to say, no man, you need to happy now, Snipe, with 2 million, and then you need to happy with 1.5? Why society should dictate?
Essentially, to come down to one willingness. The reality is, how we are brought up, we learn from, the realize that we learn from society, people, friends, TV, all of that. And in reality, that's how we set a goal as we get older. But eventually, most of us, when we reach a state of mind where I can determine what is for me, versus some people where they will never stop going because society say, yo, they need to have a doctorate and all. Most people would not want to stop at masters. But some society say, yo, you need to go higher. Go higher, go higher. Some people never stop studying. So at the end of the day, it will come down to your will as to what you think is your happiness. When you reach that level.
Where you're content with.
Right.
But
society would always.
All right, Brian. We have somebody by the name of iPhone user on the panel now.
Yeah, iPhone user.
Yeah.
All right. So iPhone user, let me pose that question to you. Right? you think happiness is only based on what you can attain or only based on money? Or can you experience a different form of happiness?
It all depends on your perspective, because I've been listening into the conversations and Wayne, and I agree with the person who was saying, why should society dictate what makes you happy? For me personally, happiness comes from within. It's how is it that, or what it is you are able to satisfy with.
Right.
Because I can have, let's say I work $50,000 a month, for example, and I am able to make it stretch. Within it, I'm paying my bills. I still find time to do something nice for myself, and I'm happy. And you have somebody making $150,000, and that person is making 3 times your income, and they're miserable. And then you're wondering, how is it that they're making so much? And they're miserable with that amount comparing to you with your $50,000. So then it goes back to your perspective of what happiness is. That's just my opinion.
No, iPhone user, sorry for calling that, but I totally agree. It's like you said to Snipe, you have to know what is your level of contentment. Because unless you reach that level of contentment, you will always allow society to dictate what is your happiness. Like for me, my happiness is knowing that, my family is all right and I'm with my family, right? We have all our needs taken care of, but I have time with my family. To me, that is the ultimate form of happiness if I have time with family. So uh, I understand that money is vital, but I don't think society should consistently dictate what our happiness is or what our happiness should be. In wrapping up from the topic here, Snipe, back to where I say, I feel the ultimate form of happiness is being content with oneself. Because, like you say, iPhone user or Shen, if you have $150,000 every pay period and you're not happy, right? Versus the man with 50,000 every pay period, it all boils down to what you need to do in life to make yourself contented. Forget about society or the rules that are placed on you. Just try and make yourself content. That is it.
Nothing
Now,
wrong with that.
let's move on to this next topic right now. And the question is, why is it considered wrong by most if you hook up with your close friend's ex?
That just seemed like some sort of a betrayal.
I agree with you. Like you stab the person in the back. It's an unwritten rule. It's like manners, right? Manners is not, it's not a written rule, but it's accepted or acknowledged as a rule. You go somewhere, you see somebody, simple good morning, simple manners. So like you said, Jeremy, it's like if you're gonna start talk to your best friend or your friend's ex, that come like you stab the person in the back, man. Yeah,
But
I agree. I couldn't do that.
but
All right, all right. I agree that it's an unwritten rule, and it's just a matter of how we grow up and come up. But at the end of the day, though, you and I break up, right? And we decide that, like how me and our flow, and we're progressing our thing. You and I are done enough. You're not done. So why is that an issue? And let me do it while you work together and it's called to break up. Not done.
yeah, I know you can look on it from that angle as well with the whole fate and destiny, but I mean, come on. You see a friend with this person for multiple years. And what if that friend come to you and talk about the problem he's having in his relationship? And now that relationship is over. You're telling me that you willingly want to be with his ex?
I actually did that, you know.
But keep in mind, like,
Well, I
using that
understand.
example.
Well, we can't.
Hold on there. Me hear
Actually-
Raeon say I actually did that. We need to hear this. Hold on for
Alright.
your point, Snipe. Sorry.
So I remember a virgin where he was dating a young lady. You understand? I met her first, right? But at the time, I wasn't pursuing. I was pursuing somebody, so I wasn't interested in her. But she and I developed a very good friendship. I learned that they started dating, and it wasn't going well. So men are used to reason. I'm saying me and my virgin too. Both of them used to reason with me. I make them know, say, yo, it's because my and our friend, me not too. You understand? So after they broke up, me and her are still friends, me and my still virgin. But she always come around me and I reason with me same way. You understand? So I actually went to him and make him know, say, you know, so I like her still. And but I say because I'm a virgin, I now go run in, but I ask the permission if it's cool. And him said, no problem. So I'm running in.
So
And hold on, Jeremy. You see, Raeon, what you do, I can appreciate that. You approached it with principle,
so
right? I can appreciate that.
so Raeon, let me ask you a question. Did you always have eyes for that person the entire time?
But I always admire her.
So you see that just, you know, that's sort of
yeah.
weird, you know?
Are people
Like-
who have got married? Well, Brian, I've heard many stories and testimonies. People who get married where the guy like the friend, and they look the friend, and it never work. So the other friend did it, and then get close with the other friend and end up talk to the other friend, and the turn out that the other one they're the one for them.
You know, say Raeon it's not necessarily the case of the one they're the one that they just have some inside information as to what this person doesn't like and what this
Wait.
person come into the test with an open book while
but-
everybody are trying to do it from memory.
Okay, Brian, I see Chris and up. Chris, next question, or
Yeah.
your opinion here. Why is it considered wrong by most if you hook up with your close friend ex?
Me, and people might think that I'm old school, Jermaine. I think to me it's morally crossing a line.
Agree.
So you might say, oh, Chris, that person is an ex. They are no longer together, but they were together sometimes. My close friends still might have memories with that person, right? They're no longer together because fate happened, destiny happened, but there are memories attached. There are still some strings attached. And I believe that even if you're not together with the person anymore, in that eternal space, in that ethereal space, there are some strings that are always attached. You can never break free from anybody completely. So why would I have to hook up with my close friend's ex? The world is not falling short of people. There are like 7 billion people and counting. Why do I have to cross that sensitive boundary? And because to me, my close friend is very, very important. And I don't want to do, or I would not rather do anything that would put my relationship at risk. So for me, this is wrong. This is morally unethical.
So it's a total no-no.
It's a no-no, yeah.
I totally agree. I guess
Well,
not.
here's Snipe point first still no. So, Snipe, if you remember, I'm here with you say.
But for me, I say still enough. I'm not gonna say I don't see the big deal. I do see the deal of getting involved with your close friend. But at the same time, I'm more looking at that. My relationship should supersede our friendship in such a manner. Here, if you finish with her and me and her can work, why you are go for like a better word, bad mind me or vex with me? Because no, me and her are doing something.
So, but for a
But
better
that
word,
sound like so you still have an attachment to her and that's why you're upset.
but for a better word, why you want bad mind and take up my ex?
So that's again, Pinto?
No, I'm say for a better word, why you want bad mind and take up my ex?
So how is that bad mind? That's not a bad mind.
No, but
Or
how is
just
that? But how is that
her
bad
what you
mind?
don't see.
But how you term it as bad mind if
No.
you have a problem with the relation and a bad mind that is just that it a really a shitty situation for a friend to do, really and truly.
All right. And
No, that
here
is-
why
no.
I'm kind of side with Jeremy and Snipe. It depends and how close you and your ex were. It really depends because if you did tight and you feel like I don't want this, any little thing you have to run, seek advice and seek some kind of counseling from your friend.
Yeah.
And if your friend have it in her head, say, boy, I kind of admire your girl, him not gonna give you some honest advice.
Yeah, but Brian, you see that how me look at it as well. No, when me I look at it now, it's like me I look back for the years when me and your friend then. Then secretly you just want maybe if you just fall apart and you just come in.
Yeah,
right,
because
you have to go a different direction.
But how can I not take up that direction? How can I not take up that direction?
Well, if somebody
I agree with you.
No, and I'm saying to you, all right, you can understand, all right, if you see a relationship to start, yeah, you can understand, so you might not go all different direction. And as far as you're concerned, a long time me I plan to this. But me never think a direction, me I think about, done. And me and I start far because naturally, she have found somebody to console, and me and her consoling, something belong with do with it. So that direction I think from. So you thinking from point to you, the whole time I probably have pattern scheme, or when you come and reason about something, you probably get some bad advice. No, I never think from it, because from that point, that's definitely a messed up thing to do. But in overall terms of things are done, and me and I feel like we have a ban and we decide to move, I don't think it shouldn't be a problem.
No, but
but
you said earlier on that if you're the person really friend, it should jeopardize the friendship. I think you are jeopardize the friendship. No.
But well, on the German.
If you have a sex with me, your relationship will never start.
No, it's not a matter of vex. It's just a matter that me just can't trust you again.
No, you see the thing is,
if I saw you have a pre-German, then honestly,
no, but honestly, how can you realistically not think someone would view this as me just can't trust you really again? Like everything we may talk about, even if it's not relationship, make I just have it a look on no one and say, did him really have my best interest?
No, you see,
a genuine concept.
Hold on, the guys. It kind of circumstantial to a point because if it's a case where you and your ex just broke up, and not even 3 months later, you see you and your friend and she apart.
Just broke up like a phone.
Where's the Snipe?
Just breaking up. No, we're not agree with that one. That's too close. Because for me, I believe after a relationship, this is a long-term one, there needs to be time after the relationship to that take a load. So see, a man jump in a relationship so soon after in friendless, no, that for me, would be a problem.
And that is the thing, because in our long-term relationship, where you have your girl and you bring her around everybody. If after on a breakup, I find it hard to know why she and everybody still a hang out and still a meet up on them like a way that she have to distance herself from my group of friends them. And when I expect my group of friends them to kind of distance themselves too. Right? So me not see after a period of time, she I got get back close to my friend unless something was there.
Let's ask a female that's in the room.
Yes, iPhone. Ask that question.
Shen.
I'm listening.
What do you think? You think it's right for you to date your friend's ex?
Don't use the word take.
No, I don't.
No, I said date, not take. Date your friend's ex.
I personally would not.
All right, thank you.
And Shen, can I ask why? Why would you not?
For me, honestly speaking, I don't have luck in relationships overall. I really don't. So I don't think I would want to give up on a friendship, especially if it's a very good friend, to ruin a friendship over a potential relationship that I have no guarantee that it will work. I'm not going to make such a gamble.
I agree with you, Shen. I do agree, because the only way this relationship here,
But dude,
have a work.
because,
Very
Go on,
serious.
Snipe.
on the basis of if it's a good friend, you don't think it would be understanding, all right, me and this person, the relation know everything else person, but all right, my friend and that person seem to be working. Yes, I'm saying there's no way you can support that.
No, I can't support it.
Snipe, it depends on how serious that relationship was. Remember, I not just a girl with or a person with,
All right,
Brian,
we have
wanna just-
Cassahn. We have Cassahn in the room. Let's get his input.
Yes, Cassahn, welcome back.
Yes, hi.
Cassahn.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man. You don't do this?
Yeah. Monday night.
Nice.
Next thing.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not in agreement with it. Dating a friend's ex. I believe that certain things is a no-go, right? And if you were dating my ex, I'm going to look at that as you probably having your eyes on her while we were in a relationship.
I agree.
So that as it's like a kind of a hope say things maybe not work out, and then you can get a chance to run in.
And speaking from experience, you do have those kind of friends, persons who stick around, secretly hoping that the relationship don't work. For example, there's this particular girl, and I don't use the term friend loosely. We've been friends for years, and when I talk about years, it's not about being show off, but she was from a relatively poor background compared to me, who was way more fortunate. So I consider her to be even more than a friend. So if I'm buying something for myself, I'm buying for you as well. I purchased in twos. So basically we look like Siamese twin. The same girl that I'm speaking about, she started dating my cousin, most favorite cousin. I have no problem with that. Welcome to the family. And the only reason why she was doing this was to get close to my boyfriend at the time, which I was really naive. So I'm here, trusting that both of you are just cool because of our relationship. I leave the island for a week. And when I come back to bury my grandmother, before I could put her down, I'm going to hear that you're pregnant for my boyfriend. And she's going to look at me point blank and tell me that the reason why she went that road was because of how well I was treated. She cannot find that in a relationship. She wanted to experience the same. I can't blame just her because it takes two. I have to blame the man too. Because I'm saying, really, it takes two to the point where you fall pregnant. So persons will secretly envy you, posing to be friends because of how good they see something going on for you. And for me, when it comes to relationships, what my friends, as we classify it, know is very limited. I have trust issues in that department. I'm not gonna have my friends get too close to who I'm with, because you don't know who's gonna secretly envy you, sadly, and it goes about men and females. You can't have a bridging we are pre-human on a different level. And I carry news story to like every move you make. And that cause havoc in your relationship.
Well said, real talk. That one day I want real man thief. But
Brian,
you probably just lose that friend permanently now, Shen.
Not permanently. Why would I actually need you around? Come on. The whole irony behind it though, when the baby was born, she came forward, it's not your child. But when we hooked up when she left, I was already 3 weeks pregnant, but I needed help and financial support for my child. I'm like, whoa, look at
you know. Hold on the pause.
Hold on, I jacket that.
I jacket that.
Yep.
Snipe, you see what we talked about last week? Raeon, you see what we talked about last week? That's why a DNA test is necessary at birth. Your friend bad mind you. They take that man just because she knows that she a breed. and she gonna need some form of financial assistance. What?
But bearing in mind, you know, she was with my cousin. And the only reason why my cousin never get pinned that jacket is like Emma said, she kept on calling. She want to come spend time. She want to come spend time. As a
So hold
man,
on there. I know your cousin won't need her.
no.
Why?
Young and reckless this.
Up on the red flag. As I said, he's my best cousin. So when he reached out to me, like him said, Shen, me not understand. Tina insists to come up here and me I tell her the whole half till end of month because me not have no money. And she push it. She never push for go stay with me so yet. My instinct kick him, say, no man, just make she stay where she because something not right. Can she give you a valid reason? No valid reason, she just won't come. And if because never have the man say, no, listen to me, B, I think I just brace with you, you know. It wouldn't get the jacket. It wouldn't fit because the boy look like she. So maybe you know, say, you know, all her genes strong, it's my kid.
Hey, Chen, I'm telling you, man, maybe your cousin broke and your boyfriend have more, no broke, but your boyfriend have more, or ex have more money. He just spend it on the one with more.
Way better off.
Yeah, man, that man. She pin it on who have more money, man. But Raeon, let me hear what you say there, because this is more than young and restless.
Now sharing about, you know, the carrying news aspect of the conversation, because I experienced that where a young lady I was trying to date, I'm never bridging where my name is the reason. He and her were close. My name is the reason and used to talk about what going on with me and her. And I realized after a while she started becoming distant and where things were trending towards a relationship, it started fall apart. So me did I wonder what go on and thing. I come to learn that he was quote unquote teaching her how to deal with me.
Wow.
Teaching her, hold on, teaching her how to what?
Deal with me.
No, sir.
Carry
I'm
me.
a friend that.
But it shows that, which is why I live by the ideology. If Jermaine is dating somebody, me and her not friend. Me heal her up. You understand? But a Jermaine woman, me not need to have no friendship with her. No. If Brian, if you're married, and your wife that heal up, well, go on pick up. Hey, well, go on for the marriage. No good. That's it.
No,
Me and her.
Raeon.
I strongly agree. I hate
No.
a man friendly. You don't need to be friendly with my friends. That's I just read to me. Why you need to have them number and discuss our problems behind my back? No, I mean,
No.
yeah, make we
That
work
past friendship.
at this.
No, Raeon, my idea. Well, I understand. My and Raeon idea they on two opposite ends. Raeon, you know why your friend woman be your friend. Me know, if anyone don't know, I date a woman, she not my friend. She my sister. She my sister. That means if me see a boy violate a road, me go run in. If me see something, me go run in. If she need assistance, me will assist. But she my sister.
Even
but you
if
see
that
anytime, if you and her left, the family tie just cut. You're not my sister no more.
No,
No,
Brian.
don't say that, Brian. Don't say that.
No,
What do you mean?
Cut off your friend in the wind from morning.
Yo, she's my sister, quote unquote, because of Uno.
No, Brian, that's not so right, Brian. Because me and her break up, you go cut her off as well. She not do you nothing.
Oh, you mean?
No argument. No, Brian. That's not so right. No.
I kind of agree and disagree with Brian at the same time.
I agree with Brian.
Kind of agree and disagree at the same time.
But you know the thing about it, short story, Cassahn and I was in a kind of situation like that when we find out that after the breakup, after we break up, my ex that communicate more with him. I'm not even hear from the man, you know. And you know that put me in a state like, but am my best friend? So why him over there? So a comfort her and them sort of thing. Am I a friend that you're supposed to be about that side here with me? I'm
comfort you.
I'm approaching with it and make him know how me feel.
You attack your previous relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, cause all right, in that regard, well, being in as me tell you, best friend, so me tell him say him wrong. Cause me blame him for the breakup, right? And really and truly, she never do me anything. Me and her, while they were in a relationship, she and I had a good relationship. As in, like, she even go overseas and she bring back things to me and even my girlfriend at the time, right? So we had a good relationship. So when he did his wrong and the relationship and he ended the relationship, I blame him. I tell him say you are idiot thing that you go out with still my youth. And because of how the relationship ended, it never ended bad on her part where me go say you either thing that she did my bridging and things, so me I cut her off. You see me? It wasn't on that term. So because of what he did, I couldn't find it in myself to just say, yo, I'm just dash her away. Cause she never do me anything. And if you ask me, she never really did him anything either. Right? So because of that, I never really try and be
So
that guy.
let me ask you something, Cassahn.
Yeah.
You and I still communicate?
Uh,
You answer my question.
with
Answer my
all right.
question.
Like the one once in a blue moon here, like wagwan, you good or whatever. And it's mostly happen like it's say on WhatsApp, because apart we still have each other contacts. So like if me post a status, she might say, oh, might left a comment on the status and then me reply and then that's it, or vice versa. But outside of that, no. Like
and to the man them where I say I'm wicked and that the kind of that threat. Me now go out of my way to message you.
Yeah.
But if you comment on my status, I will say, yo, you're good, and it done this up.
Yeah.
You can tell more story long so.
The short of the story is that when me a cut with whom me bring that relationship. So sorry,
Then you must.
go look a new friend.
Yeah, you sign your prenup. My friends are my friends.
So how you feel about that though, Pinto?
Honestly, I did feel hurt time at home about the entire situation about it, because it at one time I just feel abandoned.
Know your word.
Technically, still not. That was kind of Cassahn part. Still, Cassahn should have played the middle ground and kind of choose a side so you can understand Pinto.
No. Well, honestly, I didn't never really choose a side, you know.
No, because at the end of the day, I understand why he did it, because it was on my part, and he basically bash me, even up to this day, bash me and cuss me like that. But I understand why him do it, but not because you understand. You should just still come over my part of the fence.
No,
I agree with Jeremy.
If you realize, I was kind of in a sense, I was kind of in a kind of sense, I was kind of neutral, or trying to be neutral. Is it because even though I bash him until him say I eat that thing that I'm going with, at the same time, I still never say, oh, that, I'm done with it in my mind. No, I'm still there. I'm still there for him, and we talk about it, and you see me, we have a drink about it and all of that. But at the end of the day, I never dash him, because I didn't know him. Me know she. I didn't know him before she. So me can't make, because of she, me dash with my friend. You get what I say? But me make him know, say, you eat that thing. I'm never really in support of what he did, but at the end of the day, me are still best friends. So me never make one ex or one girl mash up that. You get me I say? But me just make him know where he went wrong, and I wasn't in agreement with what he did. Yeah.
Hold on, Raeon, what you say?
Because I know of the person, and there's a time when she would want to vent, and I rejected it. Because at the end of the day, it ended a German side. I met her through German.
So Raeon, when me say me cut her off, make it look like you not agree with me.
No, because because my perspective is from day one, you shouldn't even be friends with her. That's how I looked at it.
Well, watch it. Me know German before a person, and then me know the person without German assistance or introduction. And from that done, a straight cut off. Because me I go stick to my friend.
Brian, to jump back quite a while back. There's a point Raeon did say his experience where he started talking to one of his friends, but in his defense, as you were saying, at least him asked the friend for permission. And I'm saying, even if him ask permission, you still not going to pre-Raeon say Raeon a prayer for a long time and the question Raeon means, even though him ask you.
No, and you know why? That happened with me and my best friend, right? I've, just start talking to this girl and, you have to meet the people and you have to know the friend them. And she take up herself and find herself a female. And my virgin come to me and tell me straight and tell me everything what I go on, right? And tell me, say, boy, this and this, And me respect the fact that he come to me and, make me know what is what. So me say, you know what? Give him blessing. Go right ahead. Right? I can't pray a man to do that because he couldn't do it back at me.
So in essence, I say the only difference between a man where just go talk to your girl, your ex, versus the other version is just permission.
No, not just permission, It depends
No,
on
but that's
how long.
no. Basically,
How long you and the person talk. Me and this girl never did a talk for a month. Right? If I somebody with me and them talk
a month and that, the fact that I like him come and ask your permission. So when them wait 1 year and wait a month, the fact that him ask your permission, you're cool with that?
No, because the time plays a vital factor. Watch this. If you and somebody in a relationship for 5 years, right? And she there on your friend for 5 years.
Hold on. What you say, Brian? Ask for permission for talk to your ex.
That's what Raeon said. That's what Raeon said.
Yeah, that.
I give you blessings.
Yeah, me give him a blessing.
Give me blessing.
What the nature of friendship with you and that brother? Yeah? Oh,
me and my virgin, good
I was
like that, man.
Eh? I was a mentor to him. He is a reason with me on a level, you see me? 12 cup and inner city.
Well, are you Matakian?
It's 2 away happen to man.
2 away.
And uno say Ray and give the blessings.
Me give my blessings.
Raeon ask the blessing.
Me never do that, but okay.
No, honestly,
No.
you wouldn't get any blessing from me. Honestly.
No, here why me give my blessings. Let me tell you again why me give my blessing.
That sound double standard to me, Brian.
No, well I know here why me give my blessing. Remember, me and the person never did a deal for no period of time. For no feelings or no attachment come in.
Oh, so Brian, so you're saying that time plays a part for you.
Vital part, exactly. Because look, Jeremy, you don't look if after 5 years, right? Feelings and attachment involved now.
Yeah.
At that time, their friend they are gonna ask a blessing. 5 year versus a month are 2 big difference.
No, but no friend in here could ask me for any blessing because it would end nice.
No, here what now?
Once me and that person did intimate and all of that, we would take it like you could have come ask about no blessing.
And that is the thing.
Imagine this, all right? Yeah. The two of you are preaching, right? I would talk about everything. We talk about sex life and them things. And imagine that now. Oh, that conversation they go now. Dog, Mike, let me tell you my conversation. Yeah, I know you talk about my holy from our back and really. No, man.
No, listen to my conversation, right? Remember, the time we just start, and my virgin come to me and say, yo, like Cassahn, you don't come to me and say, yo, say XYZ find our way at my yard today. And I say, and the man I show me say, yeah, man, XYZ I say, we fi do so and so. And me a virgin, brother. Now I go behind your back and go do nothing like that. Oh, me now, I go then tell a man, say, boy, I can't give him a blessing. Me and this person, attachment, not farm yet. And the fact that my friend come to me instead of do something behind my back. Me have to give me a blessing upon that.
I just have one concern. How the hell she know when you live to find your yard?
Who that?
The female that find your yard. The girl
My-
on us.
To find my friend yard, Shen.
Yeah, like, wow, okay.
Yeah, man,
then.
let me tell you what happened, man. Me and her link up one day, right? And all the way, all the way I go school, and me and her link up one day. I'm say, yo, say, I'm a virgin, me I go check. Roll, me could go check him real quick, and then, go where I go. And in that one instant there, but she know the yard there. She find what the yard.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that. Are you care about it in the first place?
Yeah, no, that's why I give the man my blessing.
And again, Brian, you're saying that you weren't attached to this person. It was just like
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I say time is vital. With time comes attachment.
Yeah, I can understand that time thing, because if I just somebody I meet 2 weeks and nothing wasn't there, then by all means.
Yeah, by all means, go right ahead, man.
But if a someone that you have a long-term relationship with, is a total no-no.
Total no-no.
Total no-no. I agree with that.
All right. They shot the sheriff like Bob Marley.
I tell you, boy. I tell you. But, well, Shen, you have something to say? Yeah, me see how wave your hand.
Oh, sorry. I think it was down my.
Not say a word, man.
I just
All
curious
right.
because I'm still amazed at how she got a one time I memorized the man name. Like as a
You
female,
mean the man yard?
a house. Something else
Yeah,
comes to
man.
mind. Because it has to be that may have some level of interest that a friend who can memorize the directions. Whereas if I'm not from the area or familiar with the area. She did that for something else.
I fully agree with what you said. Something was there, but the mere fact that the man come to me, I have to respect that up to today. 9 out of 10, man. If a female find themselves at them yard and things to go on, they never think twice about it.
And Brian, because if God forbid you and Autumn break up, right? And he come to you and say, Brian, can I get your blessing?
Man. You're mad. You're mad. Yo, you have to go video call me that the question there.
Yes,
You can't come to me personally.
The friendship mash up.
The friendship done, man. Yeah, man, the friendship done, man. I'll send Thomas Marie same time.
Jeez, I'm peace.
Listening to you, gentlemen, I finally understand the artist song though. OCG, when so like what you done do if your best friend girl show up at your yard. I think me finally the song.
Yeah, listen, and that's why men have coined the saying, bros before females. So once you invest time in a man, time. Once there's time there, no man can come ask me for a blessing, man. Must baptism blessing you see.
Totally wrong. But anyway, Snipe have a different view on this.
That man says still. That's why I love this podcast, people, because you always find out, say, no matter.
But but the reality of it goes still now. Say a lot of your friends might be admiring a lady. It's just that unfortunately left. If it comes to light, but if I'm asking.
No, but it's true. Me tell my best friend same wife look good.
Me not lie, I admire from virgin them girl. I pass.
It's just that
Raeon, you don't have to tell you that, Raeon. You don't have to tell you that.
Raeon, you're in a special category. You're in a special category.
My personal
Raeon admire every man, girl.
wrong with her.
So if I can share, I didn't hear you.
And like if you have your woman and nobody else not admire, something wrong with the woman.
True.
But it's a boundary. You have to have boundaries whereas for your virgin or your friend.
Exactly.
Dog, say your woman look good. Yeah, man, me know some woman look good. That's why I talk to her.
And leave it right there.
And you don't need to go no further.
Yeah. Nobody start going about and big no one and that sort of thing. No, me start free.
But you know what? But hear what I say though. personally, I would encourage my friend to constantly have compliment. Even though the compliment them light, I'm not encourage because I'm encouraging him, he might eventually go to that next step and next step before you know he gets uncomfortable.
I agree with you there, Snipe. You drop a one compliment and I eat that.
Then move on.
Yeah.
But if every time you see her, you go say something else, no man. You need to tell me every time.
We can all learn from Raeon on this, you know. Raeon are the master, you know, so we can learn from Raeon on this point.
What I learned from Raeon is that I wouldn't go to him for any sort of counseling or anything like that.
Tell you, boy.
No comment.
But make we move for our last point now. And that one I know, so that one I gonna get touched with a lot of people, especially, you know, anyone that yeah. Now, is it important to know your potential partner, you know, sexual history, body count as we call it, before starting in a relationship? Man, them before no jump in, since there's one female in the group, make we hear what she have to say first. Shen, you think it's important to know a potential partner body count
We
before
seem
you
to
and them?
people, so I'm going to give my personal honest feedback. For me, I would like to know, and it might sound crazy, maybe you will not agree with me as males, but this is my personal point of view. I would like to know, and I would prefer, this is me being 100% honest, I would prefer if that man have a high body count, and this is my reason. Is that what I've realized with guys that I've dated? The ones who have been with a minimal number of females, they're still in their whore stage. Them give you enough problem around up your blood pressure because them out there continuously look. But they know what exactly them a search for, them a feel for, but they're still looking. When you date somebody who's a bit more mature, who've been through that stage and they've had multiple partners and it's all right, you know, females are always with older males. We prefer when they come out on the whore stage.
Jen, you don't have to say another word. I agree with you, every word. But before me give my point, let me hear what Raeon say. I agree with you, my friend.
I disagree. It comes down to the man and his morals, and they desire marriage and to go through that proper courting stage with a female. So from that perspective, he might not have a high body count, but he has no intention to be what's the word? Unfaithful and they have to think about that as well. Not everyone is like that. So it comes down to the moral of the man.
That is true, but in today's society, especially Jamaican males, you know that a lot of us, you know, we are sexually active from early.
But question, Brian, what is that fear body count?
Yo, that depends on the male because every man has to talk to themselves on that.
Are we talking like Jenny from the block?
To the person that spoke just before this gentleman, you do have a point because you will see persons who are high school sweethearts and you know they're now married, they're happy, then settled down and everything. And the mindset of the man is different. I think it can is a possibility. It can go back to like your background, how you were cultured, maybe how you were raised. What if it's a case where you grew up in a household with both parents? You have males who are raised on love operate different from males who were raised on survival. The reality is that most of our Jamaican men, they were raised on survival. So when they come out there in a society, they're going to operate and behave in that way. What are the odds of a female, realistically speaking, what are the odds of a female, you know, finding that kind of man that he described? That's the perfect man for us. That's the man what we see in the movies. But we not find it.
May I add to what you just said though, because I agree, because even when it comes to women, when you see a man, as many will call them too nice or them too them grow too good, you start to want something strong. And I said that females reject men like this because they must say, no, because they understand how Jamaican society is, where men are concerned, having multiple partners and all they like to boost their ego in this way. You understand? So when they find a man who wants to go the way of marriage because he probably grew up seeing his parents married and seeing how his father treated his mom well. So him growing up that way wants to do the same. But it's very rare because even now we have a lot of single parent homes in Jamaica. So enough man now grow up and their father figures are in the inner city are man them where have enough woman, the fast life and all this, and that's what they want. And that's how they operate as well.
And it's a sad reality. For me personally, I was raised on love. And the relationship I share with my mom, because I'm 28 now, I video call my mom at least 4 times a day. Sometimes she's tired of me. No joke. Sometimes she's tired of me. And at the end of every call, she will remind me that she loves me, or maybe tell her, say, me love her. That's just our relationship. So when I'm showing out into a society where I'm street smart to some extent after moving to Kingston, they have to learn to survive. Or they're coming from country, because me a country girl. And when it comes overall, to the boy along, I was sheltered to most of my life. I was raised pretty sheltered. So, I'm a hopeless romantic. And what we hope for is what you see in Hollywood. And the reality is that me never yet even come close to that. All of these males that you come across, no matter how nicely they're put together, what is their professional title, and so on, them have some demons to fight. And we need to come out of the repair business, because we just feel like we can fix a broken man. At times,
Hold on there, Shen. Take a pin on the one there.
Hold on there, bro.
You go hear what Snipe officer and then come address some of that.
Let us speak my point still, where for me, body count still you don't really bother me. At the end of the day, once me I talk to her, I just want to know, it's not a case where she's a current increaser, where she got still a go around. So if she want to go 250 or she go 1, as long as her focus is me, and I know it's just me, no, but the body count not really matter.
You said 250?
No, you said 50.
50?
Not even me no reach 250.
But even if a 250 pinto, even for 250, the only reason that wouldn't affect me is unless I go there and it's a bit low.
And that would just negotiate to you.
From she probably past 10. Never ask question.
So Jeremy, body count is a problem to you then.
I mean, 50 is a lot, You ever count from 1 to 50 yet?
So, Jeremy, in this modern day, probably for 30 years back or so, back then when basically one man to one woman, yeah, but now the modern time, the sex thing, it's simple put. Many people don't hook up and happen to each other for 1 hour. That's it. And then move on and on. That's a one body count, just in a 1 hour. So, to me, I don't really make that body, because then you're going to use it and judge somebody when that must be the person's mentality. Now, me say she want to work.
I don't necessarily judge, I would just have some serious question.
So, I could go around the room now and see if body count is important. Mr. Cassahn, yeah?
Yeah, all right. So with this kind of a very touchy topic, and in a way, it kind of have a lot to do with our society. As you know, in Jamaica, a man who sleeps with a lot of women is glorified. You're looked at as a gallus, right? While on the other hand, a woman who sleeps with enough man, yeah, whore. And community girl or this and that, and boy be
community bicycle.
Right. You get me I say? So it has to do with our society. I for one, I would the body count thing for me, yes, it would be an issue, because if me no want my woman run through the whole community. I mean, no want a man any man can just pop out of the road and say, oh, say me and a girl used to whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So Cassahn is more of an ego thing for you. You don't want to feel
no. It's not really. Not honestly, kinda ego has a part to do with it as well. but like my personal preference, just my personal preference. But as I said, then again, it's kind of selfish when you look at it from a man's point of view, because remember, I say we as a man, I don't know if we can, I don't know if I speak for every man, but I know I speak for a lot of men that, you know, it's like what we did in our younger stage is like we're on a mission to see how many female we can conquer, right? Yeah. I know say enough man did pre that way. They say, oh, you want so much girl that can run through and things like that. But in doing so, we are increasing the body count of these females out there. And then now when we say we want to settle down, we are gonna look and say, but I don't want no man, I will leave a man run through. But the rest of man them will like you. I see them around through woman and everything. So it's kind of selfish on our part as men, because we are a rise up woman them, because not far away we just bed the woman them. Sometimes we don't have intentions for relationship or whatever, we just want a one knock, and that's how we just go around and a one knock until you realize say your body count near 30, right? That's a 30 different woman you sleep with, and then I saw and the thing is, sometimes these females that we're sleeping around with, sometimes them genuinely want a relationship, but we don't want that. We just know say, oh, we just wanna move. You get me? I say? So they probably would have come in with the intention, say, oh, yeah man, this is it. And you see that guy as, you know, the potential husband of it. But we don't, you know, the back of our head say,
Just not.
yeah, you know how we man say that. You know, say if we want a woman, we can be the nicest man out the road. We can be the Romeo, the most romantic man. And then the minute we get over the cut.
Cassahn, hold on the Snipe. I'm going to just make that point that Cassahn and then your Sniper said. You know, say in reality though, a woman choose a man never choose a woman. And I say that because no matter what you try, you couldn't be the sweetest, nicest, most romantic. If she said no and she not decide to give you a chance,
but
you know, have no chance.
You know what they all right, what they somebody or they have me a reason with a brother, and him say something to me, and I'm really sing and preach, it kind of make a lot of sense. The man look for me and tell me, say, you see, every woman, the man say every woman is a yamit. I want to say that my say, oh, you can't say that the man say every woman is a yamit. It just take the right farmer to dig out the yam. Because you will have honestly, I've proven it for myself. I've known girls in the past when enough man want them around. Any man would have see them around at one. And me personally, I don't know if me that probably want them for my woman, but them really like me, and it's like me can't get away with whole heap of things with them. Me can do whole heap of things with them, right? Yeah.
So, you know, say, I want me just say then, man.
And there are enough man out there who gonna fling money off of them and do this and that and can't get nothing out there. You get me? I say? So it just take the right man. Cause you know, say, yeah, every woman have one man out the road where they might idiot too.
So Chris, before you leave, and we do appreciate you being on the show again. Quick one. Is it important to know your potential partner's sex history before starting a relationship?
While I was going through this question, I mean, very, you know, we've often had these debates in, you know, our Indian community pages and all that. I need to first know, where are you coming from with regards to that question? By sex history, do you mean a medical record, or do you mean the number of person that person has been with?
Referring to the egg count.
No, it's not necessary for me to know it at all.
So the past is just the past. You're not interested.
Past is the past. I was not a part in your life. By you mean I was not a part in my partner's life back then. I have no right to dig deep into his or her past. And so does he. Because when I was maybe seeing people, he was not in my life. And with him, I want to build a positive future. Why should I just dig my graves and go back to the past? Past is what has happened. Put it in the grave, bury it, move forward.
All right. So you think it's some level of insecurity why a person asks their potential partner this question?
For me, it's not insecurity, Jermaine. For me, I think if I have to speak for myself, I have no rights to ask my partner that question because I wasn't a part of his life when he was probably dating another woman. Why should I ask him something where I was not even involved? And so why should he ask me something where he was not a part in my life?
Totally agree. Okay, thanks, Chris, for sharing your opinion. It's a pity that you can't hang around for the entire show, but we always love your input. Any final thoughts?
I know you guys are very, very kind to have me, and I love being on this podcast. And I wish you guys all the very best. I look forward to more on the podcast. Thank you, Jermaine.
Okay, Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brian,
Yo,
just quick point where Cassahn say. Quick. I know a
come on.
female who she look good, like she look really good. Like she have good genetics where when she eat, all her food go to her hips and thighs.
I know that person too.
Shape good, beautiful. She hard forget. How she behave? Hard forget. I you that talk to her, finally get her. And I you that put her head out upside down. Get her bun. And get them married to a next month. You understand? That's how them left. Because they find out and hard is. And I say, look how she play so hard to get enough man to look her off and can't get her. You understand?
Listen,
The youth
Brian,
Yeah.
me
Brian,
and Cassahn after the same thing,
Brian.
but Cassahn, him just say too raw. Boy, yeah.
Brian, you see,
Yeah.
you see, oh, you hear Raeon voice. Raeon just glad that I'm at work and never get a chance.
I realize, man, him have them feelings there, you know. Raeon wasn't the right farmer still, so.
No problem.
Snipe, go on, yeah.
All right. In regards to what Cassahn said earlier, that's one of the reasons why, to me, I don't really watch body count because we men are part of the issue. Now, despite what Brian say, you're a woman, choose a man. Nevertheless, we as men are gonna put ourselves out there, as Cassahn say, we must have the nicest on one bomb and one move. So we are part of the reason why some women may have such a high body count. And men are really fall like as long as we know, so at the moment now, I mean, she dedicated to.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
So I really shouldn't answer me and watch body count because at the end of the day, even while I'm with her, you know, say 10 man out the road, I look like Mr. Romeo here. I wait for her to see me. But that's why I know say, I mean, she focus on the good.
No, well, I agree with Cassahn in the part that us men, we are hypocrites. I kind of agree with it to Snipe say, to an extent, body count shouldn't matter, but body count vital, man.
Yeah, because Brian, how you gonna feel that every time you're your partner the road and that's a guy that sleeps.
You have to ask who that. Yeah, body count.
You know what? I've been there, Brian. I've been there because years ago, me and my girl go walk God, and we did that thing, and I'm gonna walk past and we call to her and she say hi. But like when I said, you now walk off. So like I try to get her attention now, like she come over and I give the hint say yo, you know she say yo, where you are, and I feel time. So anyway, you know, like you get upset now, so she not paying attention. Him I go say yo, him also give out that and all of them things there. So I say yeah, with the entire time because I say right now me enjoy my time with her. So keep moving. No, not to the it happened. And to me, I just so much as me handy. One like how she handy. I say she did get up and go over to him, that wouldn't be a different issue. But she acknowledge him and then that's it. Back to me. But then him telling me, me stepping on and say, oh, so, all right, you do your thing. Now if you enjoy, because I know me I enjoy it. But anyway, on my time now, keep watching.
Yeah, you deal with it. You deal with it proper, Snipe. I'm not gonna lie. You deal with it real.
If you look on it, you always have men who like them want to change. I mean, say a man and a woman, and them apart, and then they're together, and then insist and push up themselves. Yeah, so whether they speak to the woman or not, a man never always want to challenge the next man. You can have some in nature.
Yes,
So
man,
we can make that difference.
Yeah, that is true. But now, Shen did make a point where she said she like a man where have a high body count because him come out of the whoring stage. And may I agree with you, Shen, because that is something I tell my wife, say, look, man, you know, I'm nothing to worry about, man, because I past that stage there already. You know, I done with certain things. I've been there, done that, wear the t-shirt, you know, and just sign it and pass it on to somebody else. So I'm out of that stage. So you don't have to worry with that. But Raeon, you listen now, you might have people out there that have certain morals that don't have a high body count and don't intend to, they just want to get married and have that relationship. I personally believe that those people may get tempted by what's out there without that experience. If you get married and you don't have certain experience, especially if you're male, you start wonder, you start get tempted by what's out there because you have always see things. We are Raeon?
No, I'm saying, but if you're looking at it from that perspective, everybody gets tempted. So the one who has the high morals and the one who doesn't. You get what I'm saying? Is who is willing to
But this
go
is the thing.
stand.
You get tempted, but when you have a high body count, it's more like, sure, yo, been there, done that.
That's a very good point, Brian. Very
You
good
still
point.
master? When you have a high, when you've been there, done that, Virgin, when the temptation come, no matter how it package, it's like
What you
I've passed that stage already.
But so can't we look at examples of persons who have gone before us and have made that example to say, you know, I have not done this and I am standing. We can say that
Right.
though.
Who that?
But Raeon, this is the thing, you know, a lot of people that you say, well, look on them as examples. One, we might not know what they have done. And two, I know everybody have that same level of resilience and resistance there. Right? Me used to tell my mother, say, look, when you're young, you need to experience everything. Because if you don't, the minute you start experiencing, you're going to lose your head. And when you lose your head, and better things happen to you.
That is true. You can't diminish that. That is true.
Yeah, and that is see, that's how I feel when it comes to experience.
So you're saying that if you meet a woman with a high body count, it should be a problem.
It depends how high we are taught, Virgin. I use accounting from 1 to 50 whole heap, you know. So it depends how high we are count go.
No, I was just saying that based on the talking about experience, I was just saying that it shouldn't matter then.
No, counting to 1 to 5, right? You can have experience counting 1 to 5. Counting from 1 to 50. We have to try teach a class.
I mean, what if you're planning to make a movie? Just say.
Yo, if a female I look for make a movie, Bridget, and she pass a certain number, no, I can't work with that. I can't work with that.
So I guess once again, we are biased on the woman's side.
Of course. I mean, as a male, you expect me to say I'm not gonna bias. As a male, personally, my objective truth is I'm going to always be on my side. Or, you know, once it's fair to an extent on the side of the male.
Bias at the highest level.
Yeah, you know why? Because Shen even said it earlier. Women need to stop take up this thing where they can fix and repair a man. When in reality, man, I think males do that more than women. Then take up a woman for say, you gotta try fix and repair that woman, you know. You know, she not have nothing, but me and her can par. She will come.
Yeah, you actually have man who do that?
Yeah, man. What?
Oh, come you wouldn't
Hey,
do that.
listen, man.
So why I think breeds out of domestic violence?
Exactly.
A woman and putting her in her home, buying her this, giving her that, and then she gets up and wants to leave because probably he's abusive or narcissistic. Because not men who do it are controlling.
No, the fixing
Yes.
part what me at what Brian said, you know, it take
Yeah,
up a
man.
broken woman and fix them.
Yeah, man, because
Yeah,
a man
man.
do feeling like himself say, hey, me take up off of the dirt, I'ma fix you up. You're gonna stay with me forever.
Yeah, but exactly, Raeon.
Yeah, that's enough man pray.
To be honest with you, just like me, I say, yo, high numbers no matter me. One number matter me. 0. I don't really want no man with never experienced yet.
But you know, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing, you know.
That's where I see it. I've been there where I go with a woman and she not have much experience overall. But as she has been with me and I've gone and second experience, I mean, a short thing. Then my as well, because she not experience other when she starts with me, she want experience with others. And so you know it, everyone gonna let you. So for me, I don't really want to go that venture that the immature or the unexplored one. Because they are hard to keep.
Well, and everybody can be
And when they have money, rough.
and everybody can be good teachers still, so you can understand.
That's true.
But you can be a great teacher, have a bad student too.
That too.
So, and that's why Raeon, I believe, man, say you need some form of experience, because without the experience, boy, like you say, Snipe, all with money, it have a rough. It have a rough. And you know what, Shen, may I give you a round of applause, because you hardly find a lot of women where talk the truth and, you know, speak their mind without holding back. Like I say, me, I will always be biased to myself, and in most circumstances, once you're not involved, you know, abuse or nothing like that, never dip on the side of the man. Yeah, but people, again, it was a great discussion. Yeah, I love the input them. I love the input. It made me realize, you know, and not everyone your friend you can trust around your woman.
True, Raeon.
Yeah. Right. Why you call Raeon name, Reggie?
This is the last of the real podcast. You have to keep it real.
Yes, no man. Yes, no man. We don't want you come on this, and you know, I try to hold your thoughts and afraid to say certain things. Cassahn, when the female them listen this, are you them gonna come still here?
When what?
When what? You figure that you call them Yamed? People, again, it was a great show, and we just want to say, you know, continue, show your support, spread the word, you know, help us grow. We're at 90 subscribers right now. We would definitely love to get to 100 before the Christmas period. So if you have a friend that has, you know, a particular issue, we may have addressed that particular issue in a previous episode. So just advise them to go and watch it. They may find something helpful there that applies to them. So, you know, this is your host, Zane, as always, straight and plain. Saying, Jamaica, keep being your brother's keeper. And walk good. Man them. Oh.
Blessing.
Yeah, man. Blessings in a blessing.
Respect the, you know. Respect come on the show, Cassahn. Love the input.